Welcome back to Offside Talk. We've got a packed show today because the last 24 hours in football have been absolutely chaotic. Ethan, we've got rejected bids, shocking transfers, and even legends leaving Europe.
Exactly, Jess. And the biggest headline has to be Liverpool's £110 million bid for Alexander Isak being rejected by Newcastle. That's a huge statement from Newcastle. They're not letting their star striker go for anything less than £150 million.
It's bold, but it makes sense. Isak is their centerpiece, the guy who can make something happen in tight games. Selling him this close to the season would be risky unless they had a nailed-down replacement.
Speaking of replacements, it seems they might have one in mind already. Reports suggest Benjamin Šeško has chosen Newcastle over Manchester United. That's huge because United were really pushing for him.
Šeško is only 21, but he's got that raw mix of size, pace, and finishing ability that clubs dream about. If Newcastle land him, it could soften the blow if Isak does leave, but it's still a gamble.
It's a bit of a double play. Keep Isak for now, integrate Šeško slowly, and then if the big money comes in January or next summer, they're already covered.
But while Newcastle are holding on to their star, Tottenham are saying goodbye to theirs. Son Heung-min, after a decade at Spurs, is off to MLS side LAFC. That's going to hit Spurs fans hard.
That one's emotional. Son isn't just a great player, he's a club icon. The way he's connected with fans, the goals, the energy, it's going to be strange seeing him in MLS.
And at the same time, Spurs aren't sitting still. They've just signed João Palhinha from Bayern on loan with an option to buy for £27 million. That's a strong move.
Palhinha is a beast in midfield. He's physical, breaks up play, and gives you that security so the creative players can push forward. Ange Postecoglou will love having him in the spine of the team.
So on one side, Spurs lose a beloved forward, but on the other, they strengthen in midfield. It's a transition summer for them.
And then there's Chelsea, because of course, Chelsea are involved in every transfer window chaos. This time they're targeting Alejandro Garnacho and Horolado. That's ambitious.
Garnacho would be massive for them. He's young, fearless, and already making waves at United. But I can't see United letting him go easily, especially to a rival.
True, but Chelsea are clearly in a reshaping phase. If they manage to land even one of those targets, it would be a signal that they're planning for the future, not just a quick fix.
That's just the first half of our transfer chaos. Coming up in part 2, we'll talk about Kim Min-jae's Bayern future, FIFA's big move in Africa, and why Conor Coady is heading to Wrexham instead of Rangers. So Ethan, let's jump into Bayern Munich because there's been a lot of noise about Kim Min-jae's future. Rumors were flying that he could leave, but his camp has shut that down.
Yeah, they've come out and said there's no imminent exit planned. He's committed to Bayern, unless something drastic changes. That's good news for Bayern fans, because losing him this late in the window would be a nightmare.
Especially with Bayern reshuffling their midfield and attack already. Palhinha left, and they're still looking to bring in reinforcements. Stability at the back is huge for them.
And talking about big moves off the pitch, FIFA has officially opened its African regional headquarters in Rabat, Morocco. That's a massive development.
It really is. It's not just symbolic. It's part of FIFA's long-term strategy to invest in grassroots football and infrastructure in Africa. Morocco's becoming a major hub for the sport.
They've got the facilities, they've got the pedigree after the World Cup semifinal run, and now they have a seat at the global football table. This could open the door for more African nations to push further in global tournaments.
Exactly. And speaking of pushing forward, Rangers thought they were doing just that by trying to bring in Conor Coady. But, surprise, he's going to Wrexham instead.
That's wild. Everyone expected him to stay in the top tier or at least a big club abroad, but he's going to a League Two to Championship story with Hollywood backing. That says a lot about the pull of the Wrexham project.
And maybe about where Coady is in his career, choosing a unique project over top-tier football. Wrexham fans will love having him.
And it's not just Rangers missing out. The Championship's becoming a bigger draw for some big names now. Sunderland bringing in Xhaka, Wrexham signing Coady. It's not the same league it was 10 years ago.
Speaking of ambitious projects, Everton are also making moves. Their summer rebuild is in full swing under David Moyes.
Yeah, they've signed 4 new players already, including some exciting prospects and reinforcements in key positions. Moyes clearly has a plan to turn things around.
Everton fans will hope so. It's been a tough few seasons, but if these signings click, they could finally stabilize and start climbing the table again.
And that brings us to the big one, the insane spending spree across Europe this summer. Florian Wirtz, Luis Diaz, and more big money moves keep coming.
It's been relentless. Every time you think the market's about to calm down, another blockbuster deal drops.
Which means we still have plenty to cover in part 3. We'll dig into the ripple effects of Liverpool's pursuit of Isak, Newcastle's long-term planning, and how Son's move to MLS could shake things up globally.
So, Ethan, Liverpool's £110 million bid for Isak being rejected has ripple effects way beyond just those two clubs.
Absolutely. For one, it shows how much Newcastle value him, but it also hints at their long-term plan. They don't want to be seen as a selling club unless the offer is absolutely irresistible.
And with Šeško reportedly choosing Newcastle over Manchester United, it almost feels like they're setting up for the future while still keeping their main man.
Yeah, Šeško can learn from Isak for a season or two and then take over when the time's right. It's smart squad planning, not just reacting to bids.
But from Liverpool's perspective, this is tricky. They clearly need a forward to replace Diaz. If Isak's not available, do they move for someone else or wait until January?
That's the million-pound question. If they wait, they risk losing momentum early in the season, but rushing into the wrong deal could be worse.
And all of this happens while Spurs are making massive changes of their own. Son Heung-min leaving for LAFC? I still can't wrap my head around that.
Same. He's been the face of Tottenham for a decade, but maybe this is the fresh start both sides need. And from a global perspective, his arrival in MLS will boost the league's visibility in Asia massively.
Exactly. It's the same kind of global marketing bump we saw when Beckham went to LA Galaxy or when Messi joined Inter Miami. Son is a superstar brand, not just a player.
And Spurs aren't just waving goodbye. They're also adding João Palhinha to anchor their midfield. That's a statement signing.
He's exactly the type of player Postecoglou needs if he wants to play that high-energy, attacking style. Someone who can win the ball back and keep the team balanced.
And while Spurs rebuild, Chelsea are trying to reshape too. But going for Garnacho? That's ambitious. Maybe even unrealistic.
I agree. United would have to be crazy to let him go. But we know Chelsea like to test the waters with bold moves. Sometimes they land them.
And then there's João Hato. That feels more realistic for Chelsea. Young, versatile, and less likely to be blocked by the selling club.
If Chelsea land even one of those, it changes the narrative around their summer. But for now, it's all rumors and speculation.
Which is perfect for us because it means the transfer chaos is far from over. In our final part, we'll talk about the under-the-radar deals, including Liverpool's youth coup, Sunderland's big swing, and the fan reactions that are breaking the internet.
All right, Ethan. Let's wrap this up with some of the under-the-radar deals that could actually be really important in the long run.
Definitely. Let's start with Liverpool's sneaky move, signing 17-year-old Will Wright from Salford City. And they beat Arsenal to it, which is huge.
Yeah, that's a quiet win for Klopp. Wright is highly rated, and Liverpool's track record with developing young talent is strong. Think Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, they've done this before.
And sometimes these are the signings that matter most 5 years down the line. The superstar transfers grab headlines, but the youth investments shape the future.
Speaking of shaping the future, Sunderland making a massive statement by bringing in Garnacho Hato from Bayer Leverkusen for £17 million.
I still can't believe that one. A current Swiss international, fresh off a great season in Germany, joining a championship club? That's a serious power move.
It tells you everything about their ambition. They're not just aiming for promotion. They want to hit the Premier League running.
And it's not just the on-pitch quality Xhaka brings. His leadership, experience, and winning mentality could transform that dressing room.
Meanwhile, we've also seen Wrexham pull off a shocker with Conor Coady. It's another sign that lower league clubs with ambition and the right backing can now attract big names.
Absolutely. And these moves are making the Championship one of the most unpredictable and exciting leagues in Europe.
But let's not forget the bigger picture. This transfer window is part of a massive global shift, Sun to MLS, FIFA opening a new HQ in Africa, and the spending race in Europe. Football is more interconnected than ever.
And that means fans all over the world are reacting in real time. Social media has been wild. Liverpool fans melting down over Isak, Newcastle fans buzzing about Šeško, Spurs fans heartbroken about Son.
Even Mueller's MLS rumors have sparked huge debate in Germany. Every move now gets picked apart globally.
That's the beauty and chaos of modern football. Every signing is part sporting decision, part marketing move, part cultural moment.
And that's why we'll keep covering it all here on Offside Talk. Big names, underdogs, shock transfers, we've got it.
So make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us which story blew your mind the most this week.
And let us know, what do you want us to talk about next episode? More transfer rumors, tactical deep dives, MLS growth?
Whatever it is, we'll bring the energy. Until then, keep your passion high and your takes sharp.
See you next time on Offside Talk.